It's August 11th, 2022. Um, I'm was in the kitchen. I was speaking to Linda and Lou this morning. Um, I thought a castaway in like an inner spiritual animal, like feeling like cast away. And then I looked at which movie I haven't seen in a long time. I looked it up for the trailer on YouTube and it came up. I did not know he was a FedEx and he was wearing a black and red jacket on the day that he disappeared. Today also happens to be Chris Hemsworth's birthday, Thor, in Thor's Day, which is the day that I was born. Um, for like the House of the Sun in August, and he happens to have an 8-3 in there. Um, of importance in numerology. So I'm speaking to Linda and Lou about diaphoresis and a heavy ammonia buildup and trying to get humorous fluids that are inorganic and toxic to the body through the tissues closer to um, an artery vein, something to bring it to the renal or um, the nephronic system. And of course, they know nothing about the language that I'm using, but I toggle between what I know and what they know to be certain. And then I said to Lynn, I go, remember? I was like, I mean, like, I know I used to do Jane Fonda by myself in the basement on the dark green hunter carpet, but just to stay fit since there was no like in between soccer practice. Um, and then, of course, there was the 10 speed, but whatever. We lived in a really hilly area and it wasn't my cup of tea. Um, so I'm like, what about Richard Simmons, Sweating to the Oldies? I was like, that was a great tape. I said, I used to do that just as much as Jane Fonda. So Lou's like, you should look that up. And I go, really? Turns out they're the same age, Lou and Richard Simmons. I had no idea. So Lynn looks it up, and lo and behold, on Richard Simmons' shirt is it says Ranger on it, and it has the what I thought was a clouder ring with the heart. It has actually a balloon and two almost like wing looking things, which I thought was really interesting. So this is what it looks like in the I don't remember this particular scene in the episode that we had. We had the cassette tape where it was an opening scene of them at a diner, like shoving like soggy, greasy fries into their mouths. It was oh god, it was so gross. But anyhow, same symbol I found here, which this I found on the Intrepid. So again, I'm not quite sure between the FedEx with the black and red jacket. I know I had a yellow and black jacket when Niklaus was there and Ian at the on the Hofstra campus. Um, and that's just because that's what Linda had purchased. Same jacket I think Alec saw me in at Fishkill. I think that was the color jacket. I think that was the first. It looked like a snowboarding jacket, not a ski jacket. Um, Not that I know anything about snowboarding. I've never even tried it. Um, so I thought that was really interesting. I'm like, wow. I was like, apparently there were these symbols in right in front of my face when I was little, color schematics, symbols, brand, but nothing that was pronounced or spoken of in any way that I could figure out. Um, I'm in fourth decade, third year from 19th century in a 78. That's where New York is at the moment. Um, so I thought that interesting. So I put that Castaway reference, and then there was a dream sequence that I had once, like an actual dream. Like I fell asleep, I dreamed, I woke up, I knew I had had a dream about that yellow raft, whatever that symbolizes. And I was on the raft with someone. I just don't know. At that point, I guess that was that target mark. And then the thing is that when you have a question in this area, in this land, they say question mark. Well, it is a symbolic feature, and he actually is a real person for me anyway. But the thing is, I don't have access to him, like necessarily in a physical contact type of way. Um, so that becomes a problem. And the realism um, with this surreal journeysman. Um, and then I was thinking yesterday, I put on the commercial of theoretical mathematics that they put on one of the financial stations that I don't watch because it's, again, it's a numbers game, and it's a, I mean, in flat ion, like in a diction of FLAT and then ION. I found out ion is some spiritual something or other. I had no idea. That has to do with the NDEs and the supernatural and the paranormal. I thought that was interesting. Kind of, sort of, in a not really way. I didn't really investigate it. It's just, it came up in one of Lou's things. Um, and then I'm thinking all language is theoretical mathematics in some pattern code form. It means something. It's not always what they gaslight the public with, but in an intelligent community elsewhere, it means something. And it could mean something totally different than what the public is thinking that they're being led to believe. So, I don't know, the crypt that I'm like drowning in at the moment, they call it English. En français, en italiano, it's anglais. Je ne sais pas, non, so I don't know. Other than that, as far as its caricatures of 26, um, which both French and Italian use, along with English. Spanish uses, they have three more letters, I found out, 26, 27, 28. So they have 29 letters. It's a totally different system. Just to clarify, claro, on some level. Trying to figure out what this is in goings on. Um, for me, I'm concerned about the oil, but oil being the cooking oil and the ingestible oils. I'm really thinking hard on anaerobic process of deficient of oxygen, considering the high amount of anemia and some type of parasitic possibility where on some radio frequency the molecules reconfigured themselves in a way where it's making it more acidic for my gross anatomy, but for its nanotech, it is thriving in stealing the ferrous iron and building itself from cells and almost reprogramming the machine. Um, sort of deeper level of understanding um, between the organic and the inorganic and what I need for homeostasis, as opposed to what the introduction of some anaerobe or through some anaerobe process. I mean, again, in certain products that they ship here, there is an anaerobe. I'm pretty sure somebody confirmed for me once that inside one of the combustible fuels, they have some kind of bacterium or microbiotical something, molecules, um, in preservation. What happens is when it hits, based on local biochemistry, how it rearranges those molecules and at what radio frequency, since there is cymatics that are a possibility of being involved, for keeping one's health or causing one's own demise or causing one's demise. And those at the moment are out of tangible asset like control as far as I'm concerned. I don't have access to the controls myself. Just trying to survive within the set of irrationale that they devised. At present, since language is theoretical mathematics at a higher advanced skill set, so in spellcast, spellbound, and spells and witchcraft and wizardry, the word wars are some of the most significant wars out there. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. So happy birthday to Chris. Star 1978. Its Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken, and its Bayside station, Bayside, New York, 11361.